gonna try and go into this releasing judgment, and then we will set some new goals and intentions for February. Good morning! Hello everyone, and welcome back to another monthly reset video. Listen, I don't want to be a broken record, but I'm not mentally wrapping my head around the fact that there is a new month approaching. Welcome, if you're new, I'm Cassie. I live in New York City, I make vlogs, and I'm a barista by day, and just like riding the wave of mental health, finding the magic in everyday life, and figuring out my mid-20s, you know? We're on the path. I've been doing these monthly reset videos for almost a year now, and I love them. It is honestly the single biggest thing that I have implemented in the last year that has legitimately changed my life for the better. Every video looks a little bit different depending on what I need to get done that day. I often do like some cleaning, organizing tasks, and then the big section is I make monthly goals and intentions in Notion, which we all know and love, and if you don't, you will soon see it. It's like an online bullet journal. It's very customizable. It's just a great way for me to kind of take stock, organize my goals and my personal forward motion into an achievable timeline. It really calms my anxiety to be like, okay, what am I focusing on this month? I have a few things I want to get done today. I actually have a friend coming to stay with me for the first week of February. Some things I need to do today. I need to like wash my sheets and my towels. I just threw my clothes in, but then I'm gonna do my sheets after that and just do a couple other like organizing, tidying things around the apartment. I got a lot of editing to do today, and then we'll get to the February goals and intentions. Starting off the morning by getting a big iced coffee. Dunkin' Donuts is doing $2 medium coffees, which is honestly insane. Usually I would not get a coffee this big. This is kind of crazy. I've been liking the pink velvet swirl flavor. I can only do one. Hello, Tiny. Here you're scratching this morning. I can only do one pump of the flavoring because it's honestly crazy sweet. And then I've been getting whole milk. I just put my laundry in. It's got 45 minutes left. So I actually am gonna run to Target really quick and buy dryer sheets because I'm all out, and trash bags because I just changed our trash and it looks like we are running low. I'm gonna put my coat back on, zip back out into the real world, and then probably be at home for the rest of the day. Thanks for being here. Welcome to the February reset video. I'm actually really excited. It's almost February. I feel like January is a rough month, and I think February is where things start looking up for the year. So crossing our fingers. Alrighty folks, we have done some solid cleaning and organizing this morning. It's noon now. I have clean clothes, clean sheets. Some clothes are still drying over here. Got a little bit of editing stuff done while my things were washing, and also just tidied some other things around the house. I took out the trash. Feeling good. For this goal and intention, reflection, and setting session, I have busted out this kombucha that I got. Synergy Pure Love Winter Edition Kombucha. Blood Orange, Hibiscus, and Rose. I think I've had this one. In fact, I might have even had it this year already. But it's so tart and yummy. That's my fun beverage of the goal and intention setting session today. Before we hop into Notion, I just want to set the context for where my progress has been goal and intention wise this month. I have talked about this in multiple vlogs and will probably continue to talk about it in vlogs, so sorry if you're not here for the mental health chats, but that's kind of my thing. I am a sufferer of seasonal depression. It's something that hits me at different times and in different ways throughout the colder, darker months. I feel like January is a bad month for seasonal depression. Not only have all the holidays passed, which can kind of keep you occupied or give you something to look forward to, but also it's the start of a year, and it's a time when, for better or worse, you feel this imposition to be better and be a better version of yourself and start thinking and dreaming and moving towards something more than what you have been in the past. I think that can be an amazing thing and an amazing reset for some people, and sometimes it is for me, but other times it can be a huge pressure to feel better, be better, and just like improve at a time when my mental health is battling me the opposite direction, kind of. I just feel less energized, less full of life, less like myself, less positive, less certain, and less at ease with uncertainty. I was talking to Henry last night and I told him I'm in my fear of uncertainty era, whereas sometimes I'm really able to kind of hold hands with uncertainty and let it be an exciting thing and a thing that feels filled with opportunity and possibility. Sometimes it's really crushing and scary, and that's kind of how I've been feeling lately, which causes all kinds of fun existential spirals for me. That's just like where I'm coming at you with for these January things. I haven't really taken a very close look at them recently, so we'll dive in. We'll see how we did. Gonna try and go into this releasing judgment, and then we will set some new goals and intentions for February. So let's dive on in. Welcome to January. This is my Notion setup template that I use every single month. It's very self-explanatory. To keep are things I want to keep doing, to add are things I want to add, to let go of are things I want to let go of. I always set a couple goals, and then themes are kind of anything I want them to be. It's just like the vibe. And then I always write a little end of month reflection for my eyes only. Let's just go through and see how I think this went. To keep, I have fairyland mentality. This is something that I became more aware of at the end of December, and just I feel like it's so much easier in the spring and summer. It's just this mentality that life is magical and there's whimsy and beauty to behold everywhere. Typically this comes very naturally to me. At this time of year it doesn't, and it's something that I wanted to try and focus on. Honestly, my mentals were a little rough this month, and this didn't always happen. It's at the back of my mind. It's something that I want to stick around and hopefully continue and develop more of as February rolls around. Quality time with H, that's my boyfriend Henry. He started rehearsals for his first equity play this month, which is so exciting. It opens the first weekend of February, but he's been very busy and basically like completely consumed with that for a lot of the latter half of the month. We've been having little date nights and stuff like that, just trying to get quality time with each other when we can. I feel like we've done a really good job at this and just being intentional and communicative about seeing each other and spending time together. So that's been actually check. Good job, Cassie and Henry. Reaching out and making plans with friends. I did this quite a bit, especially towards the end of the month when I really started to notice that I was kind of isolating myself and it was making me feel worse. I really went out of my way to make plans and get out into the world, and it's helped a lot, which is good. Consistent uploads to YouTube. I think I skipped one upload this month, but I usually give myself one upload to skip, just either to get ahead or to give myself some grace. If I need it, I did that. Good, go me. Here's what I know I failed at, or I don't want to use the word failed. I just didn't do it. My Yoga with Adriene flow journey. Yoga with Adriene does a little 30-day yoga thing every January, and I've only done 3 of them. This entire month I've only done yoga thrice. Yeah, that doesn't feel awesome. My body's actually been feeling okay, weirdly. I've dealt with a lot of chronic pain stuff off and on, but I've been feeling bodily okay. But yoga really does help with my mentals a lot, so I'm gonna try and kick it back into gear for February. More intentional eating. This has been an off and on thing. Yeah, towards the end of this month I really have been focusing more attention on my food intake. Nighttime routine. This did not happen. I mean, sometimes it did, but as I said, I only did yoga 3 times. I often do read before I go to bed, which is good, but not always. This will be another thing that shows up in February. To let go of, we have 2023, which I think I did a lot of reflecting and releasing of 2023, although it is hard at the beginning of the year because it very much does feel like this year is still very in the context of last year, which is just the passage of time. And you know, the calendar is an arbitrary representation of time, so everything's just flowing. As far as like mental blocks, I think I've done my best to release 2023. Pressure on the year ahead. This is something that's evolving for me. I'm still feeling a little floaty in terms of the year ahead. Trying to lean into that in a way that feels comforting slash just like being here now. So that's that. We already have some things to keep around for February. Goals this month: have a dinner party is one thing that we have not yet done. My friends and I talked about this a couple times. After Thanksgiving, we were like, oh my gosh, we should do dinner parties. Like, this was so fun. And we just haven't gotten organized to do it. But I really hope this is something we start doing. I think it would be fun. Do some photography. I put 2 question marks because I was like, maybe this will happen. I don't know. It was just kind of like a seed that I planted. And then this last weekend, my friend Ahon was like, hey, you're a photographer, right? Like, you can kind of do that stuff. Would you want to shoot me for some new, like, just website, etc. pictures? And I was like, yeah, that sounds like so much fun. So we did a little shoot together, and it was honestly a blast. I loved photography in middle school and high school. My best friends and I, when we would hang out, would literally just mood board and come up with a concept, and we'd go out in the woods and the fields and bedrooms and like use different weird lighting and props and wear different things and do our makeup and just like make art. I kind of lost that because I always thought they were much better photographers than me. I still think that they are. That doesn't mean that I shouldn't still do it and still have fun with art. That's a big theme and something I've been unlocking within myself, is like art that I stopped doing because I feel like other people are better than me, but that's not a good reason to stop doing art. Anyways, all that to say, I did do some photography and it was a blast. Read the Crescent City series, yes. Obviously book 3 doesn't come out until tomorrow. I read books 1 and 2. I've talked about them in multiple other vlogs. I won't talk your ear off again about Crescent City series, but I'm excited for book 3. It took me a long time to get hooked. After finishing book 2, Miss Sarah J. Maas has got me. I'm seated. And then do yoga with Adrienne's yoga journey. Yeah, we already talked about that. That didn't happen, but it's okay. Themes: commune with my people. Spent a lot of people time, which goes along with honoring relationships. I really think I watered my relationships with people this month, which always feels good. Keeping habits, I would say that did not happen. It's okay. A new month is coming. Breathing and allowing. I did this with varying success. Yeah, it was just a rough mental health month for me. And loose leaf tea. I actually didn't have any loose leaf tea. Wow, okay. I think at the end of December, I was like, this is the first month I feel like I've actually done everything I set out to do. I'm so excited. I'm ready for January. This feels like a flop compared to that. So, trying not to label this as such. I don't think it was like a total failure of a month. I tried to set out with not like a lot of new stuff to do because I kind of knew that this wasn't gonna be a month for me to like make big action and change. I just had to ride the wave. Now by the end of the month, I'm definitely doing better than the beginning of the month, so that's good. So January 2024, honestly, I'm gonna say good riddance. Let's get to the better parts of the year, shall we? Let's hit February. Welcome to February 2024. Of course it's pink. What did you think I was gonna do? I love February. February 17th is my half birthday. It's Aquarius season, which is supposedly should be good for me. It's my sister sign. But honestly, I have very fraught experiences with Aquariuses. I don't need to get into it. I have a little bit of fear. I also love them. It's like I love them so much and then they hurt me. Anyways, that's not important to this. February 2024. I like the month of February. I think Valentine's Day is fun. I just love a themed event, you know? Let's get into what we want for February. To keep, I've been doing this the last couple weeks and it's been great. I've been cooking one big dish per week for leftovers. So I will make a big thing and then I'll have something to eat throughout the week. And I've been supplementing other stuff like snacks and little lunchy things, breakfast obviously, but having one dish, right now I have burrito leftovers in my fridge, has made eating much easier. And if I know I'm gonna put in a big haul one day, that means I won't have to cook a ton or spend a lot of time on cooking the rest of the week. That's been working well for my brain. Making plans and getting out of the house. Sometimes it feels great and I just need to give myself me time to kind of be in my space, read, do whatever. Other times I really need to make an effort to get out and see people. So I'm gonna keep up that balance, hopefully. Dreamy background music. I've been listening to this new band. My dad sent me that they're playing a concert later in March. I don't really go to a ton of concerts just because they're expensive. But I looked up the band and it's kind of this, I don't even know how to explain it. It's like background music, but it's quite beautiful and it's not just background music. It holds its own when you listen to it as real music too. Not that background music isn't real music. You know what I mean. This is the band. I don't know how to pronounce the name, but I would highly recommend a look up if you're looking for some new, fun, background-esque music. It's just kind of like a cool set the scene vibe music. So that's been fun, and I think something that has been adding a bit of dreaminess to life. But I'm also gonna say escapism. Listen, sometimes escapism is a good thing. Sometimes you need to dive into a fantasy land or a fictional place, keep your brain from spiraling, to keep from twisting down some uncomfortable paths mentally. You gotta do what you gotta do for yourself, and this is one for me. I will be continuing into the Sarah J. Maas multiverse. I'm gonna start throwing a class this month, and it's gonna be great. I've also recently started rewatching Friends, which has been quite lovely. To add, I want to ease back into yoga, gym, running. Here's something I need to say about February is I have a friend coming to visit me. My friend Emma is visiting from France. She came and stayed with my family when I was in high school as a French exchange student, and we became quite close, and now almost 11 years later, I think, we're still quite close, and we see each other off and on. Either I'll go to her or she'll come to me, and she's coming to visit me in New York City. She's never visited me since I lived here, so she'll be here February 1st through the 9th. So that's honestly a big chunk of the month where my habits are gonna be out of whack. I still will be working while she's here. I'll be spending time with her when I'm not at work and like going out and doing the touristy stuff. I am entering February knowing this stuff is probably gonna start week 2. I also want to add whimsy. This is something I honestly think my friend Emma being here is going to be very helpful for. She is a joyful presence to have around, and I think I need a little whimsy in my life. I need a little bit of magic, pizzazz, just like fun, funky, fresh energy. And I think that goes along with escapism in a way. I just want to bring the magic. And finally, a real night routine. Even if that just means like my lamp is off, I just have my salt lamp on and I'm reading right before bed. Phone is away, plugged in, alarm is set, and I'm just like vibing so that I will sleep. That's all to let go of. Okay, I'm putting this with a question mark. I've been spending a lot of money recently, mostly on things I'm doing with people though. Eating out is something I've been doing. I went and saw a movie. I went to a Scottish dance night. Like, I've just been kind of going to stuff. It's been so that I don't mentally suffer. And I'm also about to have a friend visiting New York City, so I'm gonna be spending more money with her being here. I put a question mark because I've been spending money, not in like a reckless way, just like more than I maybe would prefer to be spending a month. Also, I feel like it's just a thing of this moment. I need to be getting out and doing stuff and also doing things with people, and in the winter where you can't go sit in the park, that often includes spending money. I put a question mark just because I want to use my best judgment on that and understand that money does come along with some of these things that I'm going to be doing. I'm also going to say fear of uncertainty. I'm in my fear of uncertainty era, and I think it is damaging me. I don't know how to go about letting go of that, but I have therapy later, so hopefully my therapist has some ideas. Some goals. Read Crescent City book number 3. Self-explanatory. Start Throne of Glass. I have book 1 downloaded already. I really need to just plow through the book. I'm reading Name of the Wind right now. I've been reading it for a hot sec. I like it. I think it's not quite whimsical enough for what I'm needing right now. It's more like Lord of the Rings style fantasy, which is good and I love. For the mental state I'm in right now, I think I need to go back to my girly fantasy. I need to finish Name of the Wind though. I'm like halfway through, so I'm in too deep to stop. I just need to honestly sit down and plow through it so that I can go back to Miss Sarah. And I'm really excited to start Throne of Glass. Celebrate V-Day with my buddies. I want to do a little Valentine's thing with my friends. I don't know what. Also celebrate Henry, my boyfriend. Not only Valentine's Day, but also he has this play that's opening. It's gonna open and close during February, so I want to celebrate my mans and just make him feel special and loved because he is. I want to do the next steps for my back pain. I've talked about this in varying degrees. I don't know how much I really need to dive into it right this second, but I've had chronic pain. Recently it's been chronic upper back pain. I put them off for a very long time, but I finally got some x-rays done of my upper back, and I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow to kind of like talk through that. I don't know what she's gonna say. I'm honestly very nervous. I got the x-rays and she was like, instead of putting comments, please come see me. So I'm gonna get some more information, and then I don't know what my next steps will be or look like, but I want to take some of them in February. That's all the information I got for now, so stay tuned. Stay tuned. All right, and finally, let's dig into some themes. So this is the vibe I want for the month. Childlike wonder. I just want to feel in awe of life and magic and the mundane and the everyday and the special and all of it. I just want to feel the whimsy. It goes with the whimsy, I think. Hanging out with buds. I just want to chill. I just want to hang with the people, you know? With my people that I love. I'm dreaming. I haven't felt very dreamy lately. I felt a little bogged down, but I want to get my dreaminess back. And believing in magic. Can you see I'm really trying to force a mindset here. I'm just, like I did with the photography thing last month, I'm planting a seed and I'm hoping that something will come of it. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Seeking comfort in the darkness. It's easy sometimes for me to feel the darkness and just be in the darkness, but seeking comfort in the darkness is a good step out of the darkness, even if you don't get all the way out. And finally, date night. Henry and I have been having little Saturday night date nights. He's about to be performing his show on Saturdays, so he probably won't be doing exactly that, but I really like the way we have approached that, which is just like we choose a restaurant or something like that to just go and catch up and have an experience together, and it's been quite lovely. That's February, everyone. I am feeling cautiously optimistic and hopeful that this will be a month where things might start to turn around for me mentally. We'll see how it goes, and if anything, just gonna keep putting one foot in front of the other and hopefully read some good books. Okay friends, we're reset and ready for February. I really do like February. Historically, I feel like it is a month with good vibes. I'm hoping that proves true. Thanks for hanging out with me and getting some stuff done. I'm feeling a little better, and also just I'm gonna keep taking one day at a time because that's all we can do, baby. Thank you so much for watching. I hope January has been something that you needed it to be. Whether that's restful, rejuvenative, action forward, healing, and if it wasn't, a new month is coming. The year is just gonna keep going, and time is just gonna keep going, and life just keeps coming and coming, and it's not always gonna feel like this. I'm sending you lots of love. Please go do something that makes you happy today. Maybe go drink something that makes you happy today. A Pure Love kombucha. Sounds like an ad, but it's not. I'll see you again soon for a couple vlogs. One I already filmed, one I'm in the middle of filming. My friend's gonna be here, so I might skip an upload, but we'll see how far ahead I can get. Thank you so much for being here. Can't wait to see you again soon. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out. Give this video a big thumbs up, and happy February. Okay, bye.